welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I'm Sarah Joy and it's Tea Tuesday on episode 14. We're gonna head to the kitchen, make some wonderful tea that my husband picked out for us today, and then we'll come back and we're gonna sit down and spill the tea on everything that's been going on this week. And boy, do I have a lot of exciting stuff to share with you guys. Well, it's time to sit down and spill the tea. I have our lovely cup of Provence. As you can see, is a light golden color. This is characteristic of a white tea. They're light, they're young, they're delicate. They are not a strong tea at all, so they do embody those light, delicious flavors. And I love the notes of apricot and lavender and lemon and honey. It's so wonderful. And I did sweeten with sucralose. So let's spill the tea. It's been a big week, a big few days. A lot has happened in the past couple of days. So we're gonna get started on filling you in on all that tea that's going on in my life. We'll start with last Thursday. We got a text message from my sister-in-law saying that my husband's grandmother had passed. So Matt and I are currently on bereavement leave. We are not going to the funeral. There's other family situations that are preventing us from doing that. However, we are both taking bereavement leave because, well, we get paid leave. That's part of it. But you also deserve to take that time too and not have to deal with the pressure and the stress and everything that goes on. So we are on bereavement leave. Matt goes back to work on Friday and I don't go back till next Wednesday because I worked I worked Friday or Saturday. No, I was off Friday already. And then I worked Saturday and then I started my bereavement leave on Sunday. So I have a little bit longer time off than he does. But that was the sad news. She was 95, so it was not unexpected. It was old age, all that kind of stuff, but it is still sad. So we're just kind of chilling at the house, and the bereavement leave has given me a wonderful opportunity to work on some things and get some things going. And the next thing that I want to talk about is this channel. So welcome to all the new viewers. We are currently, at the time of this video, we have 411 subscribers. We are really close to that 500 subscriber mark. And remember, as soon as we get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. It's going to be a teacup. It's going to be a jar for butter mayo, a little spoon for your teacup, some keto chow, and we'll see what else I can come up with. But that's what it's currently going to be. And I'm very excited about that opportunity to share that. So share this content and help me continue to grow the channel. The next thing that is exciting about this channel that I wanted to talk about in relation to me is that I've had a recent change in mindset. I'm looking at things a little bit differently over the past month with this channel. Before, it was, this is fun, this is a hobby, and I enjoy doing it. And that's fine and grand to stay in that status if that is where I wanted to do, but I'm shifting focus and I am looking at it more like a business, more like a brand, and I'm definitely putting myself out there to sell myself and my brand. So I now think of myself as a lifestyle vlogger with a keto focus, because keto and the proper human diet and everything is a huge part of my health and my health journey, which follows under lifestyle. But lifestyle also includes what I do for my self-care, like reading and crafting and all those other fun things, and going on adventures and being active. All that falls under the lifestyle thing. But I'm so excited to be shifting my focus, but it is also kind of scary, and I've had to deal with a lot of anxiety this past week because I feel like I'm taking a chance on myself And I'm really being bold and putting myself out there in everything that I do. And it is a big, huge decision. And I always feel like I don't know how to sell myself the best, even though I am myself. I don't know. It's just something I struggle with, and that negative. So I've had to deal with some negative thoughts and things like that. I am overcoming all that just through thinking and being excited and focused. And I do apologize because I'm realizing my light is not great, but it is storming out. It's getting ready to storm outside. So it is what it is at this point. But yes, I am looking at this channel as a different focus, and I've spent the past couple days planning some things. I have some fun things planned for June. I have some fun things planned for July. The first thing that I want to talk about in July, because next Tuesday we're going to do our monthly weigh-in, because I only weigh at the beginning of the month and that's it. So you get the beginning, the starting point is the end point of the previous month. So I am excited about that. I think I am down some weight. Could be different, I don't know, but I know things are shifting. I've been looking at pictures recently and doing side-by-side comparisons, which is something that I really enjoy doing, because sometimes if we get focused just on the scale and all we see is the number on the scale, we're losing sight of the bigger picture. The scale is such a small representation of things, and oftentimes I find the bigger picture is, even if the scale is staying the same, that's not the only change that's going on and taking place. And there are some changes. I compared a couple videos and I've shared them on my Instagram, or a couple photos that I shared on my Instagram. They are of 1 year apart. And the funny thing is, in both pictures, I am the exact same weight. They're both taken from the same angle and about the same distance. There is some difference in theirs, but the two photos are very, very similar in how I'm standing and how they were taken, that it is a good one to compare, and you can definitely see some differences. And then today I was uploading and working on some photos and some things for other projects, and I'm noticing even just photos from last spring, this past spring, the spring before, and fall. Even though I have stayed about the same weight for an entire year now. Some ups, some downs, but for the most part, I'm staying pretty consistent. But there's other changes. You know, my clothes are starting to fit differently, and things are starting to fit differently. I'm feeling much better. I feel like the inflammation is down mostly. I am still dealing with some with my injury, which I will talk about more in just a moment. But I'm excited to see where I end up the month. I am loving not having the stress of weekly weighing or even daily weighing. I can't wait till I get to the point where I can say, you know, I just don't want to weigh at all. But I'm not in that spot in my journey. I guess I could be if I still wanted to stay right where I'm at. But I would like to lose another 50 to 60 pounds. And to do that, I'm going to need to check in with my weight every once in a while in order to make sure that I am still achieving my goals reasonably. Clothes changing will tell you some as well, but it's an exciting process, and I'm looking forward to that. For June, one of the things that we are planning to do, or I am planning to do, and you are able to join me, and I will post the information in the Facebook group, we are going to be doing a squat challenge, because I need to get back to being active. May was tough with sickness and injuries, and I have not been as active as I want to be, or I need to be. So I'm going to focus on that. One of the areas that I would like to target, and yes, I realize that targeting is not necessarily a thing, but I can still work on strengthening those areas and things like that. What changes occur as far as size and everything is what it is going to be. But I am going to be doing squats and a little bit of a leg lift. So I'll squat, I'll lift one side, I'll squat, I'll lift the other side. So I will have half as many leg lifts as squats, which is fine. And then my friend Hope is also going to be doing a sit-up challenge, and I'm really excited for that. I think they'll end up mostly being crunches, but I am going to do my best to actually sit up. I know eventually I want to work on doing push-ups. I am horrible at push-ups. I would like to also work on planks, but before I do that, I need to make sure that I am cleared to do that with my hand, because as my current restrictions stand, I cannot push, pull, pinch, grasp, lift anything over 5 pounds. And even if I'm doing a push-up, I am pushing my full body weight, and that is well more than 5 pounds. So I will not be able to do that. I won't be able to do planks. I might be able to do a forearm plank, but I know that those are considered harder. So we'll see. We'll see how, I might try it, but I want to get through the next process of how it's gonna go with the doctor. And it's raining. Sounds almost like there could be hail, but I think it's rain for sure. All right. And I'm getting alerts saying that we're in a thunderstorm. So how the doctor went. I went and I saw the doctor this morning, and while I feel like things have improved with my hand and they're not getting worse, I've also taken a lot of time off or time away from work, and I'm giving my hand a lot of rest. The days that I actually have to work, my hand hurts worse, and it's my hand, mostly it's the thumb, these 2 fingers into the wrist and up into the elbow. And it's my right hand, and I'm right hand dominant. So that plays a major role in 2 things, but I've been having a lot of numbness and tingling in my thumb and my fingers. It comes and goes. Sometimes it comes and stays for a really long time. But I let him know that I was feeling like I've made some improvements, but I'm not quite where I should be because I'm still dealing with numbness and tingling. So he has referred me out to a hand specialist. I have seen this hand specialist before, and I think he's a great doctor, but he's a little tough and he's not easy to deal with, and bedside manner is not great. That's just the best way to say it. So I'm not excited about that. And the last time I went through this, we were talking about 6-8 months of restrictions. It looks like I might be up for that again, which means I will have to spend the entire summer outdoors with no AC. Some of my coordinators, which are like mini managers, are great about giving me tasks and making sure that I can get into some AC. Others are not. Most of them just let me just bake in the sun. Most don't check on me. Some will check on me and see how I'm doing, and then they make comments like, I feel so bad that you're stuck out in the heat. I wish I could put you inside. But what they don't realize is they have the power to give me a task so that I can go and I can chill out in the back in the air conditioning. Even if all I'm doing is working on things that are within my restrictions. I had one coordinator who was really, really nice. She said, even if there's nothing back there for you to do, I want you to just stand there and relax in the AC and cool off and all that kind of things. But most of them don't do that. So it is going to be work-wise a long and miserable summer for me. I struggle with hydration on days that I work. I drink a gallon of water and I'm still most of the time really dehydrated. It's just Florida and it's been hot. We've had almost 100-degree days that probably hit 100 degrees, and then you add on the humidity on top of that, and you're looking at heat indexes that feel like they're 105 to 115, depending on the day and the humidity levels. So it's not fun, but it is what it is. It's my job. I still have to do it. I gotta pay the bills. And so I'm trying to keep a really positive and good attitude about that, but I can't change the situation at this point either. So we'll see how it goes. I was considering changing jobs, and I found a job that would have been fun. I would have loved to have gone and been a fairy godmother in training, which for that's working at Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and doing little girls' hair. But with the current status of my hand and potential future status, I don't feel that the timing is right for that one. So I am not going to apply for that and try to move forward with that. I'm just gonna stay in the role that I'm in because I know the role that I'm in. So we'll see. When I get back next week, they could see my extended restrictions and they could decide to place me in the market, which is fine. I'd still have some outdoors, but I would have more opportunities for being inside as well. I don't know, it's just kind of all up in the air, and I just kind of have to roll with what I get given. Hope I don't get sick, and hope I don't pass out or get too dehydrated. They have to call the medics on me. But I take care of myself the best I can. I pack Salty, I pack Element to make sure I've got all my electrolytes, and I'm drinking lots of water. Now that it's super hot, I am definitely eating more of a keto lifestyle versus the carnivore. I've also noticed that in the past week or so, my meals have gotten smaller, which is not a problem. It's just I'm hot, so I'm wanting to eat less, but I'm also eating 3 times a day now instead of just the 2, which works for me. But even with the 3 times, I still think I'm eating overall less than I was before. And I'm fine with that because things change, our bodies change, seasons change. What we want in one season is not what we want in another season. So I'm sharing this to share that we don't have to have a rigid mindset on what our health looks like. It is a proper human diet spectrum. You could have keto, and I know there's other phrases that I don't always like lazy keto and dirty keto, and carnivore and triple B and E and carnivore-ish and ketovore and all that kind of stuff. It's a spectrum. It can slide, it can move, it can change with you as you change. So you don't have to say that here is the set of rules. Well, for me, the set of rules has always been a ketogenic, lower carb lifestyle. So I try to keep my carbs as low as possible. Sometimes that's closer to 0, sometimes that's closer to 20. I know there have been days where I've gone over. Recently we went and we picked fruit, and I picked 3 peaches. I ate 2 of them, not on the same day. So I know those days I had more than 30 carbs. But they were locally grown, in season. I love peaches, and I kept it within moderation and kept it within structure, and knowing that I can handle some things like fruit very rarely. For my daily life, I cannot eat fruit every day. I know this is how I feel. I notice with my blood sugar and things like that I still cannot maintain that. That may change, that may never change. I may be metabolically, I may be as healthy as I'm going to get. Would I like to try an improvement? Absolutely. But do I want to go back to where I was? Definitely not. And I can do that by controlling the amount of carbs I have, but I don't have a hard and fast set rule as to it has to be this many carbs every single day or under this many carbs. Most days I do try to keep it 10 or less. I feel best when I'm at 10 or less. But there's days where you're busy and you're running and you've got to grab stuff and you don't have food prepared. So it's going to be more, and that is fine too. I know in the fall, I like soups, and I definitely crave a lot of red meat in the fall, and I tend to be more carnivore in the fall, in early springs. But as summer's hitting, I'm noticing that I'm wanting more chicken. I'm wanting more like Egg Life wraps and Egg Life breads, like sandwiches and light and cool things. So I'm just rolling with it, and this is the season that we're in. The next fun, big and exciting thing that I'm super, super excited about, because it's going to give me lots of potential and ability to grow and change as this channel grows and change. I have started a website, and the website is live. It's sarahsjoyfuljourney.com. I will try to remember to put it up on the screen so that you can see it. It will also be linked down below in the description. The website is an easy way for you to send me a message. There's a contact form. And it's going to have the links to all my social media. So the Facebook page, it doesn't have the link to the Facebook group. I might see if I can add that somehow. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. It's got the link to TikTok and Instagram. It's got a link to the YouTube channel and everything on there. It has information about me and my journey, where I've gone, where I've been, what I'm doing, what I like to do, and things that are important to me. It also has a recipe section. The recipe section is live, but it's not complete yet. There are several recipes on there. I'm still going to be working on that over the next few days and weeks as I go through the recipes that I've posted on videos. But on the recipe page, you will eventually see a photo of the recipe. Some of them I don't have great photos, so I do need to make the recipes again to get better photos. So some of them do have photo coming soon, or recipe coming soon, because it's a placeholder, because I'm using templates for the website, so I can only work within the different templates that they give me. So I pick one that works best and I roll with it. So you might see some changes there. But with the recipe, you'll see the recipe, the photo of the recipe, and then down below the recipe, I'm putting in links to the video that shows the recipe. So if you want to go back and look at the video to see how I did it, but you remembered, oh, she's got a butter mayo thing and I don't want to go onto YouTube and search it, I just printed out the recipe. Oh, what's the video? You can go ahead and you can get the link right there on the recipe page, which I think is fantastic and wonderful. It's going to make it super easy. The other thing that is on the website is the link to and information about Central Florida Ketos. I am one part of the Central Florida Ketos. My friend Nancy is the other part, and we do 2 meetups a year. So it's got a landing page for telling when our next event is going to be. It's got a a gallery of photos from our past events so that you can go and you can look through that. And it's also got information about what Central Florida Ketos is and a link through the logo on getting to the Facebook group, which the Facebook group is where you're going to find all the current information about what's going on, reaching out to community members. We have some t-shirts that you are going to be able to order. More information is coming on that. So all that important information will be in the group. My website just happens to be a landing page because I'm half of the group. So it's a convenient way for us to stay organized and things like that. I might link the landing page in the Central Florida Ketos group. I haven't decided that yet because I just realized there's something else I want to put on that page, and I will work on it in the week. So things are going and changing and going and changing, and it's all kinds of fun. And the next big announcement that I have is I am super excited to announce that I am now a Keto Chow affiliate, and I do have a link that will save you guys some money. I will make sure that that is posted down below. It is also going to be on my website. So when you go to the About Me page and you scroll down, it has a link to the partnerships, and my link is right there. So you'll be able to click that link, save you some money on your Keto Chow, as well as help support this channel, because I am now definitely in a position where having some support is going to be fantastic, because I'm paying for things like the website, and that is all coming out of my personal funds, which is fine. I'm not saying that it's not, but it would be nice now that I have the mind shift that this is no longer a hobby, this is moving towards business, to be able to recuperate some of that. Even if I'm not even necessarily out there to make a profit, I'm really not. I just want it to be self-sufficient, and support itself would be the ideal way of this going. So that is super fun and exciting, and lots of fun stuff coming up, and it's just so much, but it's so exciting and thrilling for me, and I'm really enjoying it. One thing that I would love from you guys, if you are interested in doing this, is I would love to hear your stories and your journey. I want to be able to share on Tea Tuesdays your journey. So if you contact me through my website and just send me a message saying you're interested in sharing that, I will reach back out to you. We can get photos, we can get your story, and I can put that on our share about that on our Tea Tuesday, because I want to share your wins and your victories and your successes. It's not just about me. One thing that's on the website is my mission statement, and that is about creating community and growing community and empowering people to change their lives and achieve their health goals. And the best way to do that is to share our successes and our journeys, because I've come a far way, but I'm one voice. When we start collecting more voices, we can reach more people. So I would love if you guys would join in on that. You do not have to, of course. This is only if you are willing, but it'd be greatly appreciated. All right, I have rambled on long enough. Be sure you like and subscribe so that you can stay up to date with all the latest information about what's going on here at Sarah's Joyful Journey. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok as well. I hope that you have a wonderful and joyful day. Bye for now.